Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to be here today to walk you through the transformational long-term partnership we signed with Richemont, which significantly advances our luxury new retail vision. At Farfetch, our mission is to be the global platform for luxury. Our vision for the evolution of luxury is one where the boundaries between the different modes of shopping have been completely dissolved, revolutionizing the shopping experience for consumers globally, elevating the human connection between the creators, the curators, and the consumers of luxury. We call this vision luxury new retail. Historically, luxury companies thought about distribution channels by applying a 2x2 matrix: online and offline, monobrand and multi-brand. These channels used to be treated by most companies independently, without a single view of the inventory, customers, or their journeys. But we know consumers do not think like this and have not done so for a long time. They shop online, offline, monobrand, multi-brand, sometimes all in a single day. They want to be inspired, serviced, and delighted with the overall experience from discovery to delivery. The luxury industry has acknowledged this for many years. Brands and boutiques increased their online presence, but the technology lagged behind, creating a disjointed experience. Farfetch has, since 2015, been investing in its development of a best-in-class seamless technology solution for luxury shopping, which allows for a completely seamless journey across these four ways of shopping, so that the ways customers shop are matched by brands and suppliers, providing an experience where online, offline, multi-brand, and monobrand at a global scale are merged into one connected experience. In 2015, we acquired Browns, an iconic 50-year-old London boutique, and outlined our vision for relaunching Browns as the luxury store of the future. Back then, Browns was a $25 million business. In 2022, we expect its revenue to have multiplied 20-fold. And we launched the new Browns location in Mayfair, which showcases our innovative connected retail technology to create a new and exciting shopping experience for consumers. In 2015, we also launched Farfetch Platform Solutions, or FPS, our platform technology business. And in 2017, we outlined our LNR vision, then called Augmented Retail, at the Farfetch OS conference, and unveiled our LNR partnership with Gucci, which delivered Gucci products straight from flagship stores to customers in 10 global cities in less than 90 minutes. Straight after that, we received an investment from and formed a long-term collaboration with Chanel to develop LNR technology for their stores, and launched it simultaneously with the grand reopening of Chanel's newly renovated #1 flagship on Rue Cambon in Paris. Not long after signing Chanel, Harrods signed on to be replatformed by FPS. And then in 2020, in collaboration with Richemont, Alabbar, and Kering, we extended this LNR vision to the China market. This year, we further extended our LNR vision to the US market with another long-term partnership to bring this vision to the US with Neiman Marcus Group. And just last week, we announced a global strategic partnership with Salvatore Ferragamo, bringing our total number of FPS clients to well over 20. All along, we have been building solutions that service the entire industry, such as the Farfetch Marketplace, which now has more than 600 direct luxury concessions and serves over 3 million active customers. FPS, which powers e-commerce channels for brands such as LVMH's J.W. Anderson, and in-store connected retail technology at Browns and Chanel, among others. Since all of these share one common platform, the Farfetch platform, we're well positioned to deliver a much more elevated customer experience across multiple channels. For example, we have launched a pilot integrating the Farfetch Marketplace app with multi-brand and monobrand boutiques, so we can help customers that have our Farfetch app to find specific physical stores and products in their vicinity. This is an example of how the online and offline worlds have converged to offer hyper-personalized experiences to the luxury customer. Whilst our vision is big, and it does require significant investments and a long-term unwavering effort, we are delighted that we have continually progressed towards our mission for Farfetch to be the global platform for luxury that is unique in its ambition to deliver a revolution in luxury shopping. Today, we significantly expand this luxury new retail vision with a new multi-billion-dollar long-term partnership with Richemont, which we believe is transformational for Farfetch for Richemont, and for the entire industry, and is expected to offer a much better experience for the luxury customer. I'll now walk you through the specific elements of this transformational partnership. This deal encompasses all the Farfetch digital platform has to offer. This landmark partnership with Richemont step changes their online distribution capabilities across the Richemont group, utilizing Farfetch's highly sophisticated platform. There are three components to this partnership, which we'll cover through this presentation. One, FPS is replatforming of Richemont Maisons and YNAB. Two, Richemont Maisons joining the Farfetch marketplace. And three, YNAB transformation through the use of our technology and investment into YNAB. This transformational partnership marks an inflection point, advancing the Farfetch mission. We believe some of the key benefits are: it significantly advances our luxury new retail vision, bringing iconic brands to the Farfetch marketplace and increasing customer choice, adds curation and VIP expertise to enhance consumer experience, unlocks hard luxury on our platform, which has historically been significantly underpenetrated online. Based on their latest reported numbers, it will drive a significant expansion of our FPS GMV by more than $3 billion, driving leverage in our operating costs by further scaling our platform to better serve partners and customers, and unlocks participation in the potential upside following the transformation of YNAB through the use of our technology. Let me take you through the different elements of this partnership, starting with the FPS and marketplace elements. This partnership marks the largest client so far for FPS, and based on Richemont's fiscal year 2022 performance, an incremental $3 billion plus in GMV. FPS, having been built on our platform with a tailored approach for luxury, has many unique features that create a strong USP. I'd like to highlight FPS's three major USPs for luxury. One, our technology provides global reach from day one, servicing customers everywhere in the world with strong capabilities in China, APAC, Middle East, and Latin America. This not only includes providing a localized e-commerce presence, but also enables global payments and logistics. Two, marketplace architecture. The Farfetch platform, unlike most SaaS e-com platform providers we compete with, is a marketplace platform from the first line of code. This means brands can launch e-concessions on various other websites, leverage any e-concession they may already have with Farfetch, and e-tailers such as YNAB can be converted into marketplaces with minimal effort once replatformed by FPS. And three, connected retail. We have developed proven solutions that operate in the luxury physical store and connect the entire experience, again, all with a single integration. The 18 Richemont Maisons and YNAB have relatively limited international capabilities. Most have not developed sophisticated e-concession solutions, and there's incredible potential in connecting the network of over 1,250 retail locations operated by the Richemont Group. These unique capabilities are what attracted Richemont to Farfetch, and in these platform USPs, you will find the secret sauce that made this deal happen. We believe that joining our platform will enable further growth for Richemont's Maisons and YNAB, and can unlock significant value beyond the onboarding of the current $3 billion plus of GMV. The addition of Richemont to our marketplace adds highly differentiated supply. Because both parties truly believe in the vision of LNR, and that includes multi-brand channels, this partnership also includes the onboarding of Richemont's iconic Maisons as e-concession partners on the Farfetch marketplace, which we expect will drive strong incremental growth for both Richemont and Farfetch. Our marketplace connects curators and creators with consumers in over 190 countries. By joining the marketplace, Richemont's Maisons will have access to our unique base of over 3 million global active consumers. For Farfetch, it is a great opportunity to add highly desirable supply from Richemont's heritage luxury brands for luxury customers to shop via Farfetch. I draw attention to the fact that most of the Richemont hard luxury brands are only available through their own monobrand e-commerce channels, so we expect this supply to be a differentiator for Farfetch. This means we expect the addition of Richemont's Maisons to boost our watches and jewelry selection, which has been an area of focus for the marketplace over the past couple of years. This deal is also an opportunity for a breakthrough in hard luxury. Watches and jewelry represent over 20% of the industry globally, but have been significantly underpenetrated online. This is due to a lack of participation from fine watches and jewelry brands in online channels. We believe the addition of Richemont's heritage hard luxury brands unlocks potential expansion of watches and jewelry on the marketplace, which was 3% of its GMV in 2021 and less than 1% of its total stock units. There is strong appetite from consumers for these products, particularly our private clients. All record sales from our fashion concierge team have been fine watches and jewelry, including the most recent sale of a $2.4 million Richard Mille watch to a private client earlier this year. We also believe that this could represent an inflection point, whereby other hard luxury maisons will also decide to join our marketplace on the heels of Richemont. This is especially powerful since many of the world's leading watch and jewelry brands have avoided online wholesale distribution and so far have not even engaged in e-concessions. Richemont has always been a pioneer, and we believe they are once again leading the way, which could prove to be a pivotal moment for our luxury relationships in watches and jewelry. Now, I'd like to cover the transformation and investment into YNAB. As a pioneer retailer, YNAB has been able to build great luxury and fashion businesses with over 4 million active consumers, delivering 2.6 billion in GMV, this is in dollars, in their most recent fiscal year. Its luxury business, which is comprised of Net-a-Porter and Mr. Porter, and represents 52% of its sales, has developed very strong curation and brand recognition over the years, with a strong focus on high net worth individuals. On the other side, the fashion business, which is comprised of The Outnet and YOOX, and represents 48% of its sales, provides a great destination for consumers looking for end-of-cycle and circular fashion. We also view these brands as complementary to our business model and believe there is opportunity to further develop and grow YNAB's businesses by leveraging our technology capabilities. The potential addition of YNAB's brands is highly complementary to our marketplace business. Fashion is all about individuality, and this is the reason why the industry has a long tail of brands. Whereas we see the Farfetch brand as being in its infancy and with incredible growth potential as online luxury penetration increases, we also recognize that this is an industry where there will be different destinations catering to different modes of shopping and customer profiles. Crucially, however, we believe the winners will not ultimately be wholesale-oriented businesses, but rather direct-to-consumer marketplace destinations. And herein lies the benefit of our strength as a sophisticated provider of direct-to-consumer e-concessions in the luxury space. After the closing of the initial stage of this transaction, and once the replatforming of YNAB into a portfolio of hybrid marketplace businesses creates a fast-growing, cash-efficient, and profitable business, we intend to purchase the remaining shares in YNAB that Farfetch does not already own. We expect this to be circa 4 to 5 years from now, including the time needed for any relevant regulatory approvals. We believe this acquisition has a strong strategic rationale because it creates a compelling portfolio of online destination brands that appeals to different customers and for the various benefits described earlier. The Farfetch brand is about bringing together a more comprehensive collection of brands, designers, and boutiques, with powerful search and personalization tools that allow us to serve a global set of luxury customers from China and Japan to the Middle East, Europe, and North and South America. The Farfetch customer is digitally native, having grown up with two-sided marketplaces as an integral part of their lives. They like the choice, they love the hunt, and do not want to be told what to wear. The Net-a-Porter and Mr. Porter customer is different. They are older, having started their luxury shopping habits when the glossy magazine and the department store still formed a symbiotic relationship that organized the world of luxury. This customer then slowly discovered and migrated to an online mode of shopping, but maintained a need for guidance and depends on an authoritative voice of an editor who facilitates their discovery. They require choice, but what they love most is feeling that they are being serviced by an expert curator. This customer is more prevalent in the Western world, where the luxury customer is on average older than in China. The potential addition of YOOX and the Outnet brands brings a new and unique selling point to this portfolio. The off-season customer, which many times overlaps with the pre-owned and resale customer, behaves quite differently. This customer wants a lower price point. AOVs are roughly half of the in-season customer. And for that, they are willing to compromise on newness, but not on quality of design and craftsmanship. This is a very interesting part of the industry, which is a material portion of the $300 billion TAM, which until now has been largely untapped by Farfetch. We see an evolution of this part of the industry, where the worlds of outlet, an unfashionable word for brands and even for some consumers, and the worlds of pre-owned and resale are converging. More on that later. As a conclusion, we are very excited with the transformation we are going to enable at YNAB, allowing these iconic brands to re-emerge as leading brands and paving the way to a potential acquisition complementing the Farfetch portfolio. Let me now walk you through the initial stage of this transaction, which refers to the 47.5% investment into YNAB, as well as our vision for its governance. We believe that the adoption of our technology has the potential to unlock significant value and will steer YNAB back to growth and the strong profitability it enjoyed historically. This transformation paves the way to a potential consolidation into the Farfetch Group. As such, subject to a number of conditions, including the receipt of certain regulatory approvals, we'll initially be acquiring 47.5% of YNAB through a 100% equity consideration, equivalent to between 53 million to 58.5 million Farfetch shares, which we expect would represent 10 to 11% of our fully diluted share count. We also believe it is key that YNAB is led by a CEO that has had experience running multi-brand luxury e-commerce operations. After the conditions precedent are met and the initial stage of this deal is completed, a new CEO will be appointed. As such, after completion of the initial stage, a new CEO will be in place and a new board will be formed, constituted of 3 board seats appointed by Farfetch, 3 board seats appointed by Richemont, and 1 board seat appointed by Alabbar. We'll now cover the key strategic focus for the luxury and fashion businesses of YNAB. We believe Net-a-Porter and Mr. Porter have incredible potential as brands, and we have a strong vision for their evolution. Net-a-Porter is a pioneer of online luxury. I was always inspired by Nathalie Massenet's vision and admire the fact that she and her team were unwavering in their belief that luxury could be sold online, and that in fact online would become a major mode of shopping. Our due diligence confirmed that the brands, Net-a-Porter and Mr. Porter, continue to enjoy strong recognition by the luxury consumer. It is the technology that has for many years been materially impacting the company performance. A 20-year-old tech stack not built to be future-proof, then abandoned in favor of an IBM implementation that failed. Meanwhile, the luxury industry moved on. The large brands now are adamant that they want to sell directly to consumers and reduce their online wholesale. Therefore, e-concessions are highly attractive, which we see as a major opportunity for Farfetch. With all of this at play, we see significant opportunity in the transformation of YNAB's luxury businesses. The strategic vision for Net-a-Porter and Mr. Porter will involve leveraging our platform and expertise to advance its shift towards a hybrid 1P, 3P business model. This is easier to achieve than most would think because Farfetch already has full integration with more than 600 luxury brands. So by migrating to FPS, YNAB immediately inherits the ability to sell this inventory with one single integration, strengthen its proposition to younger consumers while continuing to focus on high net worth individuals, accelerate presence in emerging markets such as China, APAC, and the Middle East, focus on customer retention, loyalty, and personalization, expanding its sustainable and private labels, launching its own media solutions business to offer advertising solutions to a wider base of brands, and joining the Farfetch marketplace as e-concession partners. The YOOX and Outnet brands occupy a complementary and attractive space in luxury. Outside the in-season offering, there is a huge opportunity for off-season, as well as pre-owned and resale, and appealing to the price-conscious yet style-savvy consumer. YOOX is a pioneer here, and Federico Marchetti was also one of those notable founders and entrepreneurs who saw the incredible potential of e-commerce back in 2000. We believe that there is an incredible opportunity to reinvent the YOOX brand, changing its perception from an outlet brand to an end-of-cycle and circular fashion destination. In other words, adding pre-owned and resale to the offering, and crucially to the brand positioning, effectively relaunching the brand with a new logo, aesthetics, and ethos. The strategic plan for this division includes rebranding of YOOX, enhanced pre-owned offering for our consumers, injecting the pre-owned catalog we have at Farfetch, supercharged by our recent L'Occlusive acquisition, as well as our Stadium Goods resale business, growing its presence in North America, China, and other key regions, adding end-of-cycle supply from the Farfetch marketplace and the outlet into YOOX. Here we see a major opportunity as Farfetch is seeing a lower markdown mix, whilst we still see billions of dollars of inventory on our platform at the end of each season. Without YOOX, our sellers will sell this inventory to outlet physical stores and jobbers, but with YOOX, they could opt to dual list at the start of markdown all the way to clearance, and then move to single listing at YOOX after clearance. This would be a tremendous win-win, enhancing liquidity for sellers and choice for customers. We will also leverage our e-concessions to expand YOOX's 3P model, and we will take major steps to significantly improve profitability. Once YNAB's transformation is completed and evidenced by defined KPIs, namely sustained adjusted EBITDA profitability, but likely no earlier than 3 years after completion of the initial stage, our partnership will enter the final stage. The most probable scenario is the acquisition of the remaining stake in YNAB via a put call option. For this purpose, we've built into the deal a Farfetch call option at the discretion of Farfetch at any time 5 years after initial stage closing, which means we could accelerate our full acquisition if we deemed the transaction accretive to the Farfetch group, and a Richemont put option exercisable by Richemont only after the 3rd anniversary of completion of the initial stage, and only if YNAB achieves adjusted EBITDA profitability for 3 out of 4 consecutive quarters over a 12-month period. Whilst this provides a more certain outcome for Richemont, it also guarantees Farfetch won't be put an unprofitable asset. The total shares we will transfer to Richemont cumulatively in both stages are subject to a dilution cap of circa 15 to 16% of fully diluted Farfetch shares. This means that if the full acquisition represents more than total 15% dilution, including the expected 10 to 11% we will pay at completion of the initial stage, Farfetch could finance the purchase in cash. We've also built provisions to control the concentration of our cap table in a single investor, and as such, Richemont is subject to a 20% standstill. To achieve shareholder stability, there is also an 18-month lockup post-completion of the final stage. Built into the deal, there is finally a payment waterfall providing Richemont with potentially a larger share consideration vis-à-vis other investors in the event of an exit above certain valuation thresholds. If YNAB's transformation doesn't meet the required KPIs, we have agreed mechanics to enable a potential sale to a third party or IPO. In terms of timing, the next step is for us to apply for regulatory approvals in the relevant jurisdictions. We expect that process as well as other closing conditions to be complete during 2023. Upon receipt of regulatory clearance and satisfaction of the other conditions precedent, we'll complete the initial stage of the transaction and continue to develop the FPS and marketplace launches. In addition, a new CEO will be then appointed to lead YNAB's business transformation. In the following years, depending on YNAB's achievement of the EBITDA objective, we will proceed to the final stage of the partnership to acquire the remaining stake of YNAB via the put call mechanism I have described. Should we acquire the remaining stake in YNAB, we expect certain regulatory approvals will be required in order to be able to complete such acquisition. In summary, this deal is a landmark partnership which advances our luxury new retail vision. It strengthens our relationship with a key luxury group, potentially unlocking high luxury for Farfetch. It adds significant scale to the Farfetch platform, almost doubling our digital platform GMV. Onboards Richemont Maisons on the Farfetch marketplace, elevating and differentiating our luxury selection for consumers. Drives strong GMV and revenue impact expected from 2024 onwards. and opens the door for participation in the upside potential of YNAB's transformation. I would be remiss if I did not mention Johan Rupert and Anton Rupert's vision and crucial role in the development of this long-term strategic partnership. Johan was right when in 2015, in a conference in Monaco that I had the pleasure to attend, he declared that the industry needed a technology platform solution tailored to its needs and at the service of all luxury brands and with the consumer at the center of its vision. Richemont has really invested behind the vision that digital platforms would shape the future of luxury, starting with the early backing of Net-a-Porter and then the merger with Yoox. I believe Johan's vision was right then and is right now. And his long-term investment is going to ultimately pay off in a very significant way. I would like to thank Anton, not just for his vision and trust in Farfetch, but also for his impeccable execution of what is a transformational transaction. It has been a pleasure to work with Johan and Anton on this deal, and I'm sure this is only the beginning of a fantastic long-term collaboration between us. Thank you, and I will now open the floor for questions.